Hey guys, Dalton and I have a special car for you today. This 1967 Yenko Super Camaro recreation is one of the best in the country.
Yeah, I mean, the guy went above and beyond to make this the most accurate, most correct Super Camaro clone.
Rather than me and Dalt just kind of going with some of our own stuff, the previous owner has a ton of documentation, receipts, tons of information, so we're just going to go ahead and read some of this off to you guys.
And that's why the car's off right now too, so we can read some of this
exactly.
for you. But he goes on in saying that this is one of the most correct and complete reproductions of the 1969 Yenko 450 Super Camaro ever created. He lists out some of the stuff down here. Correct L71 Corvette block, date coded. Correct 480 rectangular port heads. On and on. I mean, where else is super important on here? This is just kind of the motor stuff. Correct.
Yeah, it's got the correct L71 block, the correct heads. It's got the Winners aluminum manifold, Holley 780, ceramic headers. I mean, correct 4-piston Corvette power disc brakes, correctly dated 12-bolt 410 posi rear, correctly dated M-21 Muncie. This car is fantastic, guys. It's got the full SS option package. It's got the original Delco radio with the rear antenna, and the freaking thing works, Dalton.
Yeah.
The clock works, the tack works. I mean, this thing is absolutely fantastic. It says this work of art has been completely restored throughout with all parts either restored, reproduced, or NOS. This car looks and drives like a brand new car and turns heads wherever you go with less than 10 of the original 67 Yenkos remaining. It says you can now own a perfect recreation of a piece of automotive history. I'll tell you what, guys, this is an absolutely fantastic car. It's got the right radiator, the high volume radiator. You name it, it's super, super clean, guys.
And I know you guys don't want to see the board, you want to see the car, so here it is.
This thing is breathtaking, and I know we've used this word on that purple Camaro D, and this car is the same quality as that car. Underneath, inside, you name it, it is just absolutely stunning.
But with a little more oomph.
Just a little more. This has got the 427 correct solid lifter cam. You probably didn't need to pump it. You didn't need to pump it. We had it warmed up about 30 minutes ago. This is also so cool with this car. It's got the red line tires on the rally rims, the bias ply red lines. Just look how nice and straight this body is, guys. We're gonna have to warm it up kind of all over again. When it came in, the previous owner had the idle turned up a little higher than I'd like, so we did turn it down. So until it gets warmed up here, it's gonna, you have to keep it running. Quality of this car inside and out, I would definitely call this a 2+ #1 quality car. I mean, if you are a collector or if you're just looking for one of the most badass Camaros on the street, this is it, you guys. This is a car that's going to make anyone happy. As far as the front balance, the license plate bracket, every single thing, every part of this car is freaking new. All the chrome, the grille, everything up front, and it's all done correctly. I mean, you know, if you guys see a bunch of crap on here that you don't think is correct, you know, give us a holler on YouTube. But as far as we know, I mean, this is one quality recreation. Got the correct style battery cover on it. Hoses. All the GM hoses are on it, guys. Power steering too. I mean, power steering, front disc brakes, that's a huge plus.
It's got the Yenko 2, Canyonsburg, Pennsylvania stickers on it. That's all Yenkos work.
It's original RR paint, guys. 741Z RR paint. So that's pretty cool. I didn't decode that, but y'all definitely read. The headers, is the dual exhaust. The headers are all ceramic headers. Everywhere underneath the hood of this thing is just immaculate. We do have the hood pins as well. Our gap here in the front on this fiberglass hood is just a little bit wider than in the back, but we have great clearance throughout. And the hood's in fantastic shape too. I mean, we're gonna go around this and point out anything that we can see for imperfections, but it's awesome condition. As far as our hood here goes, again, nice even gap from front to back. You know, just with these fiberglass hoods, guys, we have just a little bulge in this hood. It sticks up a little bit on this side. Not as bad here on the passenger side, but that's just your fiberglass hood. They did a gorgeous job with the white stripe around the nose. What are some of your feelings on this car, D? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, it's not too often you get to see a Yenko clone like this. And we took it out and drove it the other day too, and it doesn't just look like a Yenko. The damn thing drives like a Yenko. I mean, just the power and get up and go with this car is amazing.
We do have a little paint crack, and the restoration on this car, you'll have to check on the information I put, but I think it was done quite a while ago. We do have a little paint imperfection right here. The gap on the front of the door is absolutely mint, isn't it? You're not going to get a better gap than that at all. Bottom of the fender is perfect. It's got the wheel well trimmed. It's got the SS rock and roll. Here's just a little peek of the bottom side of the car. So the bottom side of the car is all painted black, just as nice as the rest of the car. It's just fantastic.
I love those red line tires as well. They go great with the red line.
Oh, they do. This car has it all going for it. It really does. We have a little paint touch up right here. It had a little rock chip that they touched up. Same thing right at the very bottom of the door. A tiny little chip there that's been touched up. Lower rocker, all that stuff is fantastic. Over the wheel wells is perfect. They got the rear antenna. Again, that AC Delco original AM radio works, and it works perfectly. As we look, this door snugs in really nice and tight too. So the passenger side door fits awesome. As we look up and down the sides, this paint job is laser straight. Beautiful paint job. You want to rev this little monster up, D? Rear balance is perfect, gas tank, all that stuff. So it does have the rear spoiler, blackout back here. That's a crisp sound, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely no smoke, no blow by. Both doors, and I'll go around to the inside, so I'm not going to start too much on this side, but both sides, guys, are laser straight. The doors are sunk in both perfectly on the top and bottom. And this fit and finish on this Camaro is excellent.
Yeah, it is.
As we go around the trunk lid, our gap is fantastic there. We didn't buff the car or nothing like that. It's just the way it came in. But I mean, this thing is just sleek as heck.
Yeah. The jam paint is absolutely fantastic.
It's definitely all been baked on there. I mean, you look at that jam paint, it's fantastic. The corners of her doors. This is a very high-end restoration, guys. Shadow, dude, might be in the way. Might is too. Sorry about our shadows kind of in the way there. Now, the paint job's gorgeous. Underneath the hood is beautiful. In the trunk is fantastic. You'll see our trunk pictures and our undercarriage photos on our website, coyoteclassics.com. But this interior is just to die for. I'll tell you what, it's awesome. The jam paint, it's always been a red car. As we look at the corners here, the jams are beautiful. The dash pad is new. It's got the rosewood steering wheel. That's in perfect condition. Factory tack. Like I said, we turned that idle down. It's idling about 800 RPM right now. It's got 2,257 miles on the odometer. Wipers work, and they are a 2-speed wiper, and they work perfect. Heater fan works great. Our factory clock works, tach works, carries great oil pressure, charges great, temperature runs nice and cool, gas gauge works. We're gonna go ahead and turn that radio on here. Try to find a station. Inside the glove box, it's got a brand new glove box. Glove box light works. Camaro's owner's manual, tire pressure gauge. I mean, lights work under the dash. So many of these like Yenko clones and stuff are made into a hot rod, Dalton. This thing is a show quality. Every single thing working. Clock, tach, original radio. The speaker's not super loud, but the radio works. I don't want to mess around too long with it. We'll mess around a little later, but ashtrays all been brand new. Dome light works, headliner's perfect, visors are nice and tight, rear view mirror's been replaced, that's new. Check out the console, guys, brand new console. There was a little chrome piece that the Allen screw came loose. Got to put back in, that's on the driver's side seat back. It's got the Hurst shifter, brand new shifter ball, new shifter, new slide. The wiring's new. Check out all the wiring down in here, carpet. The seats have all been recovered. They're in beautiful shape. The pads are nice. There's not a wrinkle anywhere in the headliner. Back shelf, back door panels. Back seat is perfect. It does have the seat belts in the front. I do not see any seat belts in the rear. Back shelf's nice. What can you say negative about this car, dude?
I haven't really found nothing yet.
It can't be the color.
No, straight as hell.
Can't be the sound, can't be the motor.
Maybe the bi-supply tires.
Yeah, and it still drives good.
Yeah, well, that's what blew us away.
All right, so as we go down here, the exhaust is tucked out just beautifully back here. You can see a reflection anywhere in it. The quarter is perfect. We have two tiny little paint touch-ups. They were just two very, very, very small nicks. As far as our gap goes, can't beat it. Beautiful gap from top to bottom. Lower door, lower quarter, rocker, everything's excellent. A couple tiny little rock chips right here. Again, the car's been driven 2,200 miles, so you're gonna have a couple little chips and stuff in it. But very, very, very close to being perfect. Our front door gap, super clean, nice, even. It's got the nice bow tie mirror. Doors open up easily. As we open, it's got all the correct GM stuff. Door panel's fantastic, seats perfect, seat back, seat sides, jams, and you name it. The pedals are in excellent condition. Here's our original Delco radio. Shut that off. It's amazing. And then the clock and all the gauges are working. I don't know when the last time we've seen something like that. So guys, we've had this car.
Got a car coming along.
Yeah, I see that. But we got this car warmed up. We got the oil pressure way up. We would never take this car out and get on a 427 solid lifter without the motor being very warmed up. So
I've got 4 minutes left to report time. Oh God, it gets up and goes.
this car just absolutely hauls, man.
That's what I'm saying. It don't just look like a
fantastic.
Yenko, it drives like a Yenko too.
Oh man.
I mean, I think on the poster it said it had, I don't know, 100 bucks look back, but that
450, I think, something
yeah.
like that. One thing I noticed with it, we also mentioned, I'll go through the gears as fast as I can here, but with this 411, 410 gears, I mean, it's just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I mean, it picks up power and it just holds it to the pavement, man. We're running 3,200 RPM right now. We're doing about 65 mile an hour. Still throws you back in your seat, guys. 4,000 RPM at 85. So, like I said, it's geared to go. The motor runs awesome. Here's another thing, dude. Just check this out. No hands on, yeah. The walnut steering wheel, the suspension. We're running bias ply tires with a 427 and 411 gears. We're going 65 mile an hour. No hands on the wheel. Still throws you back in your seat, fourth gear.
Nice freaking car.
What do you think about it now after the test drive, D?
I love it. I loved it before. I love it after. I'm gonna hate to see it go, but I bet it goes quick. I mean, super sweet car, guys. You won't find another one. CoyoteClassics.com. Check this thing out. New to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Thanks